In Switzerland this morning, the Secretary of State John Kerry resumes critical negotiations with Iran to limit its nuclear program. Negotiators face a deadline for a framework deal just 2 weeks from now. John Kerry is under intense political pressure back home. Margaret Brennan is in Lausanne, and Saturday she sat down with Kerry for an interview you'll see only on CBS News. Margaret, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Secretary Kerry told me he hopes a deal will be possible in the next few days. He met this morning for the first time with Iran's top nuclear negotiator since that political firestorm erupted in the U.S., and that has added pressure to close what is already a high-stakes negotiation. Secretary Kerry has said he'd only accept a deal that guarantees Iran will not build a nuclear weapon. But that assurance has not cooled the political heat back home.
The administration is on the cusp of entering into a very bad deal.
A bad deal.
A bad deal.
Republicans slammed the emerging deal. Among the most vocal hardliners is junior Republican Senator Tom Cotton. His controversial letter to Iran, sent last week and signed by 46 other Senate Republicans, charged that Congress could undo any deal after President Obama left office.
We wanted to be crystal clear that Iran's leaders got the message that in our constitutional system, while the president negotiates deals, Congress has to approve them for them to be lasting and binding.
Iran's supreme leader called it a trick. In an exclusive interview with CBS News, Secretary Kerry said Cotton was wrong and he would tell Iran to dismiss the outcry. So how do you clear the air? Are you going to apologize for this letter?
Not on your life. I'm not going to apologize for an unconstitutional, unthought-out action by somebody who's been in the United States Senate for 60-some days.
But Congress is making tough negotiations more difficult for the White House. Chief of Staff Dennis McDonough wrote a stern letter to Senate Foreign Relations Committee Chairman Bob Corker, arguing that his proposal giving Congress sign-off on a deal would have a profoundly negative impact on the diplomacy.
Politics ends at the water's edge.
And Kerry argued that Congress is fully briefed and should give him room to negotiate.
We have been in full discussion with Congress on this. We've been in full discussion with allies in the region. We have had our team go to Israel or meet with Israelis in Washington or elsewhere to brief them regularly in this process. This isn't, a complete mystery.
Kerry said progress has been made on limiting Iran's nuclear technology. Now a major challenge is convincing hardliners in Iran to allow access to nuclear sites and military bases and to persuade them to slow down research and development. The challenge for the U.S. is to get all those assurances and convince Congress to back off.
Margaret, thank you very much.